Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Miami Dolphins.
I went to Bullet East 4 years. Never went on a single trip.
This is fielded a couple yards deep.
I mean, I went with the fucking
retards. Up past the 20 and down.
That was the funnest thing we did every year. We went on the job fair things and ate free Chick-fil-A. Like, there was no fucking field trips at all.
22-yard line.
And then they wonder why all the kids are fucking don't listen or fucking jackasses. You don't do a single fucking thing. Every single kid hates it.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Cousins, open here, Adam Thielen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Now Washington's safe.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs.
Surrounded by the fucking.
Throwing, Cousins.
It's just the luxury of being able to
Thielen.
the Circle K and not see people fucking.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll bring up second down.
You don't get that. You do not get that.
That certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice.
Any second
Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
It really didn't used to be like that.
22 yards there, a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shake that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
They go play action here on first down. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. They'll run with Cook. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 7th play coming now on this opening drive. This is 3rd and goal.
Switch. No.
Yeah,
now everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
It's because boom, it's something that's not even a
7th play coming now on this opening drive. This is 3rd and goal.
Nobody shoots each other over weed. Weed dealers don't shoot people.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So a decision to be made. Is this something, opening drive maybe they discussed before the game?
They had to, and that's the responsible way of getting ready for a game. You go through situations with your staff. You go through scenarios, and you read your team. If we're in this spot and we're moving the ball well, is this a time to go for it, or is it a time to be a little bit cautious? I think in this case, he feels good about his team. He should go for it.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, and it's not like they're not gangster. They're not making no money. I'm saying, yeah. The dudes with big money in Mount Washington, you don't know who the hell they are.
Now the former Washington Husky. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I'm saying, people
they tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the beat and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Or I'm not gonna say gangster. I'm gonna say, because they some weed.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping
and
their cause here. Second down and long.
He might kill you or whatever. But like they're not bad people.
From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Complete. This is Albert Wilson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Literally why all that shit's going on. What we were just fucking talking about earlier.
Fitzpatrick from the gun on third down.
We never get a field trip during every shit going on at school.
A 10-yard
what
pickup,
the fuck else are
and
we
it's
doing?
enough for a Dolphins first
What
down.
else are they
When you give up
supposed to
points
do?
on the opening drive,
They
in this case a
closed
field goal, you'd hate to
they
go
closed
3
the
and out. They
fucking
avoid
mini
that.
golf.
They do,
closed the
and it's also
bowling alley.
walking that fine line mentally, too, as a
anything
coach,
a
isn't
kid's
it?
supposed
Because
to do.
you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal
There's
that, guys.
nothing for
But if
kids
we
to do out
don't,
there.
you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
I mean, but not every kid's got a car, and not every kid with a car can afford to drive 20 miles.
Second and 5
Back and
now.
forth just to do
Fitzpatrick. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a
Yeah,
first
but you can
down.
hop on a train and be anywhere in the city in 20 minutes.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10.
But no,
at
yeah,
the
you chose
47.
20 minutes to go.
Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Hey, wahoo!
Second down, looking to throw, Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Kind of crazy how everything, like how Louisville really is now.
This is caught by Hurts. And he can only
game.
get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, box drop, 6-6, pull it high.
In your face.
To the air again, Fitzpatrick. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him on second down there. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Daniil Hunter picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore #1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as the main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England
next.
No,
really.
Rightly so, because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year.
That's all I really see.
The bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has gathered together, the defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night in Week 15.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Barely got the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0.
Louisville's the opposite. Louisville, I mean, we just...
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
We were a growing city for the past
all fielded a few yards into the end zone.
We were a growing city. Beautiful.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute. I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Hey, 5-0. Hey, Chef.
No, I mean, I don't care. It's a whole little neighborhood, I guess.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Fitzpatrick. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I've just never seen it.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it does...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he's got some space here. There he goes, left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
Nah, it's not Chinatown. The Italian
Extra
market
point
is what,
up
9th
and
Street?
good by Sanders. So 2 quarters down, 2
What
remain.
street?
Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the 2nd half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
I mean, there's like a couple Italians.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better.
I don't know, maybe because, like, I mean, I was an intelligent
I would agree with that totally.
You know,
I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be popular.
I don't feel it. Like, when I used to come to Philly, I felt a culture, you know what I'm saying? I felt the Catholic, the Italian,
a great play there.
You don't see it
78 yards. And the
melting
Dolphins
pot.
have taken the lead. And those are the
It's
highlight
changed. It's
reel
all
runs
this
you
new
dream of right
artsy.
there.
It's like,
When he gets a seam
no
and just gets
from
through
what
it,
the,
how about the explosiveness,
what do you call
the
it?
burst to get there to
Well, what do
begin
you call
with,
people
and then
in
once
high?
he's in full gallop,
Were they,
good luck
like,
trying to
Anthony?
track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely,
Like,
because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Coming to you. Kill.
Cousins to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with the game, because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I want to know why I didn't get the football.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. They'll get this out in a hurry to Parker. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I can't do that twice a week. But that's like the only special thing here, you know.
On second down, Laird. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds.
And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. On 3rd down, Laird. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. Sanders' kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
So just make it.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the
Vincent.
29,
How you spell Vincent?
Cousins
Is that
forced out to his
V-I-N-C-E?
left. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. With that incompletion, Charles, one of the big storylines in the final few weeks of the season lies in the AFC South. Tennessee and Houston battling back and forth. Houston won round 1, week 15, a victory in Nashville. But which of those two teams do you think has the potential to go deeper in the playoffs?
I don't remember
Tennessee
that much,
just lost at home to Houston, and now we'll have to go on the road to play
Charlie's
them again in week 17. So I would say, on the surface, you would think Houston. They have the quarterback as well in Deshaun Watson that scares everyone. But I'm picking Tennessee as the team that could go deeper because of their defense. That's really a top 5 defense on any given Sunday. Their ability to rush the passer, their ability to play the ball in the air. I like that Tennessee team, and I think Ryan Tannehill, the switch to him at quarterback, has really energized that club.
And the throw here caught by Devontae Parker. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
34.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Yeah, I mean, I like that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Yeah, I like eating over there, too. It's kind of cookies.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd down, Laird. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And this one is right down the middle. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20 to 10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And he's got the hook up there. And they worked this well outfield across the 45. 22 yards there,
for years,
first down.
This crazy ass fucking
So the Vikings in possession of
drug addicts.
football as we get
You
set.
got.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
No, I know. Yeah.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. He got 29 yards that time. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Cousins. This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And the Dolphins are going to recover. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Hey, watch it. Check line 54. Line 54.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Check, Sean Conn. Top dog.
Here's Gaskin. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
It's kind of always
Fitzpatrick.
I mean, look at this.
This one incomplete.
Fine.
Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
Hey, I'm not even going to lie.
I'm pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
I've been weaning off for a week now.
Now Fitzpatrick.
1, 2, 3 cigs a day. About 2 cigs a morning, the night one.
Hearns
but,
brings
I've been weaning off, but like I've already been getting noticing the taste,
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
I mean, I've been coughing from sickness, but I haven't really had that smoker's cough.
So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check back 40. Check back 40. Let's get it. Hey, high 7.
Now Fitzpatrick on 4th down. On the right side open is Gesicki. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll run on 1st down. Laird. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. The victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Breaks a tackle. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
That's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here's Matt Hawk now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
Yeah, no, like last night I had
And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Nice you know.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Like the only thing
everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Thinking back to 2015, didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, I mean, really what made me
going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it.